Going second year here in De La Salle, but I'm actually a master's degree holder here in De La Salle. Way back to 1990s pa, matagal na, no? But I'm not actually new to teaching. In fact, my first job is in teaching. After my teaching stint, I worked in the industry. I worked in the IT industry, the internet industry for 1 year. Then I joined SM group of companies. I was the mall manager. So my specialization is on facilities management. And then after my stint at SM, I joined Araneta Center also as a facilities manager. Araneta Center, I manage Gateway Mall. And then after that, I decided to go back in Pampanga. I joined another company, a very big company, whose product is actually car dealership. No? But I was in charge again of the facilities as a general services manager. Ayun. So that's my stint in the industry. And then after some time, I decided to go back to the academy last year as a full-time faculty solution provider company. Doing some consultancy work as a PECE. Ayun. That's it.
So, what are the key tasks of a
safety engineer? Well, in fact, pagka-facilities engineer ka, like managing a mall or managing a facilities, number one consideration there is safety. So, anong role mo? In a facility, kailangan meron kang safety engineer, no? Which may be integrated as one of your facilities. But if you are a construction company, kailangan may safety engineer ka. The safety engineer is responsible in ensuring the safety, no, of the workers. Number one, the workers, of course. No? Pagka facilities engineer ka naman, the safety of the customer and the tenants is number one. No? So basically, as the name implies, safety, you safeguard the lives of these people. No? You introduce measures so that they will not get harmed or they will not get hurt, no, in your facilities. No? Integrate security measures, no, as part of the safety measure. Yeah.
So, how would you train someone to safely use a piece of equipment?
A piece of equipment. Well, of course, kailangan the trainer must know how to use that. That's foremost. No? And of course, proper training. How do you get proper training? Number one, the trainer must be, of course, number one, should know how to use that equipment himself. No? Second, ano ba yung mga danger about using that equipment? No? What are the do's and don'ts of that equipment? No? Well, there's always an operation manual or operating manual for that particular equipment. So, probably he will be given a time to go all over this or read this manual first before starting operating like a machine or kaya a moving equipment, so that damage can be prevented.
So, prevention is better than cure. What is your view?
Prevention is better than cure. Correct. No? In fact, that's the purpose of safety engineering. It is usually prevention. Because kung nangyari na wala kang magagawa, no? The only way is to really prevent it from happening. How do you prevent? Well, by proper planning, by observing the proper procedures in doing a particular task. No? And of course, monitoring. No? It's not enough that you implement all of these measures, no? But you also need to monitor it constantly, no? And do corrections in the process. Ayan.
What are the most frequent problems you encounter with safety features at work?
At work, well, when I was in the facilities management business, no? Number one is of course yung let's define what safety and security. I think these two are actually similar. No? If you don't have security, you don't have safety, right? Okay? Like for example, in mall management, number one consideration there is security. No? Like people are secured when when you have security. Like for example, unwanted person cannot just easily come, no, because they can do a lot of things like violence. You can hurt customers, no. So security, I guess, is the one factor that every safety engineer should consider, no, because that contributes to safety. Ano pa? Mga usual safety engineering practices like proper wearing of equipment when working, proper wearing of uniforms, no? Those are very important. And of course, the safety engineer and the person there, no, should undergo training and orientation on a regular basis.
So, what are solutions have you made to overcome these?
Well, I have a lot of experience there, no, pagdating sa solutions. Like what I said, no, security. You have to constantly monitor, like yung introduce monitoring system like CCTV, mga warning devices, no, improving the warning devices, training, and then orientation, things like that, no, on a regular basis yun, no. Hindi siya one time lang, let's say every year, no. It has to be done on a regular basis so that it will, be practiced on a regular basis.
So, if working under pressure, would you still consider the above average safety features, even if it is near the standard safety feature?
I think pagdating sa safety, there is no compromise. It has to be top, above the top, meaning it should not be, substandard safety or average safety, because it will endanger the lives of the people, the customer. No? If you lose the customer, you lose your business, basically.
Cite an instance where your experience in safety measurements helped your previous company in preventing major disaster.
Okay. Like for example, fire. When I was in the mall management, we usually conduct a lot of fire drills. So in the fire drill, we simulate an actual fire scenario. So may participation lahat, including the tenants, including the workers, and even the customers. So with simulation, you can actually prevent a lot of disaster, from happening. So that way, I think that's one thing na we can probably say na contribute ko, conducting drills, tapos yung mga trainings, orientations, lectures, regular trainings and lectures.
With respect to safety, which is more preferred, quality or quantity?
Safety, both. Pwede man both?
Yeah.
Both quality and quantity, no? Like if you do it constantly, tapos you done it very, very well, no? It will be, of course, it will motivate other people to follow it, no? Parang nagiging habit na lang, a second-hand thing that you do every day, no? Diba? Constancy creates, in a way, a good habit. Yeah.
So last question, sir. What is your advice to people who are new to safety?
Advice? Well, of course, if you are new to safety engineering, you have to, learn a lot, from your superior, and then, of course, aside from that, you have to see what others are doing. Like when I was in SM, we always, compare our practices to the other companies. So, in a way, you can learn a lot from them. Plus, of course, talking to people, talking to experts will, of course, definitely adds to your knowledge. Plus, of course, yung evaluation. Like, for example, there is an accident that happened. You have to create some evaluation, why this thing happens. And from there, you can develop solutions.
So,
yun lang. Ano pa?
Yun lang.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.